So, Zadar.
Zadar. How does it compare then to the rest of the places? So we've been before Zagreb, Pula, Rovinj, Cook Island, Plitvice lakes. Yeah. How does it compare to here?
So it's pretty much like Pula and Rovinj, that kind of thing.
So like a medieval sea town.
Yeah, it's a little bit more, I would say, established tourism-wise.
Yeah, good word. Yes.
Good at this today.
I absolutely agree with that.
And the crowds are younger.
Yeah, getting younger.
Especially at night time. And the other thing is, I would say, well, when we went out for dinner, it was about £70 for the three of us, and it's been about 20 or 30
So they've got more high-end restaurants. So where in the other places they'd have the high-end restaurants, they'd have 2 or 3 in the place. Here, there's like 25, 30 of those restaurants, which we ate in yesterday. It comes to about £70. What's that, like $90?
Yeah.
631 kuna.
But there is street food options as well.
You've hit the nail on the head. It is. They know the tourism's heavy here, so they're going to make the money.
Yeah. So if you are a family, strollers are brilliant here. The floor's really flat.
Yeah.
It's like that old
actually, that is a good point. So here is much more accessible than Pula, Rovinj.
Yeah.
That was a bit more...
The streets are wider.
Which comes back to your sentence. You absolutely nailed it. Established for tourism.
Wheelchair accessible.
You should be a travel YouTuber. You're really good at this.
The only thing I will say about Croatia, I'm Elise, this is Lawrence, and this is our baby Noah.
We're travelling the world.
But we're going to be doing things a bit differently. We're going to be travelling a month.
Then coming back to the UK and working a month.
We're going to be travelling month on, month off.
Until this little one goes to school in a couple of years.
We want to see if it's actually possible to travel the world
with a toddler in tow.
So subscribe and come along for the journey. Impressive.
What is it?
It's one of the great land gates. Did you see the lion on the outside, the symbol
of the
Venetians? They were built in the 1500s, and that's St. Mark. It's got a lion with wings holding a book. That was one of 5 of the remaining gates left in the city of Zadar. The large gates, like the one we just walked through, they're called land gates, and that's the biggest. It used to be the main gate, so that's where people would come through. But now the most popular gate is the gate called the New Gate on the other side, because they built a bridge over the river, so most people come out from the city over the bridge into the old town.
The only thing I will say about Croatia, people don't move out the way for prams as much as they do elsewhere, which is a bit annoying. And also baby changing.
Entitled, isn't it?
What, to move out the way for a pram?
Who cares about the pram? The kids get too much attention. They get too... They should be seen and not heard. Do you remember that when your mum used to say that?
No, because I wasn't a Victorian.
I was abused as a child, obviously.
So there is also not very much baby changing, so keep that in mind. I mean, if you're young, free, single, or you have no kids, then don't worry about it. Wee where you want.
You used to, didn't you?
Everywhere. don't put that in, don't you dare put that in.
I won't put it in, I promise.
That was a joke. It used to wee everywhere. Last night there was a queue literally out of the door for this.
Zadar itself, just like Rovinj, it used to be surrounded by a moat. So it was an island, and it's now been filled in to join the mainland. Just like the other towns and cities that we visited in Croatia, the architecture dates back even further than 2,000 years.
I know we keep saying it about these places, but each place we come to is just so beautiful. It's just so much beautiful buildings and cobbles and shutters. It's really nice. I really like it.
So you've got those Roman pieces that were part of the original gates of this city. The history just blows my mind. I'm so impressed with it, how it's all been preserved so well. And what they do is they don't move it, put it in a museum, they build around it. So you've got like a modern cafe abutting up against one of the Venetian walls. Incredible. I'm geeking out a bit here, forgive me.
Here, there is a few different options as far as depending on what budget you're on. So there's lots of restaurants, lots of cafes. Right, now if you're coming here on a budget or you have kids who don't want to sit down at a restaurant necessarily for lunch, this is a great place to come if you're in Zadar. We got some food, there's loads of benches, there's loads of room that they can run around away from cars. Great, let me show you, can you see? Last night we ate at a restaurant and I think it came to about £70, so that's the three of us, we each had like a main dish. That seems to be like the going rate around here at the minute. There's also a road that's like the main road when you come into Zadar, and it's all pedestrianised, and there is some street food like options there, which are a lot less expensive. So if you're on a budget, like we're going to go and have some lunch there today. So while we're on the subject of budget, we have a budget planner and tracker. And we have one for Croatia as well. So we're going to put the link to it in the description or the pinned comment. So go and have a look at that, check that out. It will help you plan how much you're going to spend when you come to your trip in Croatia.
So the city of Zadar is partially surrounded by these walls that were built by the Venetians. And they're actually part of the UNESCO World Heritage Site. So they're protected, and they protected this city. And to this day, these walls have never been breached. I mean, it's hardly surprising. Have you seen the size of them? What you'll also find here as well is wells dotted about. They're no longer used, they've been capped off, but they were the wells back in the Venetian time. The town hall was actually built in the 1930s by the Italians. So basically a short history on Zadar and most of Croatia, I believe. It was taken over by the Venetians up until the 18th century, and then the Austrians ruled for another 100 years. From the First World War to the Second World War, it was actually part of Italy. And then after the Second World War, it then became part of the communist Yugoslavia and part of the Republic of Croatia, until its independence in 1991.
So underneath of these glass sections that they've got in the middle of the square are like ancient Roman monuments basically. And you can walk across them and you can see them all because it's just underneath the glass. It's quite a good idea.
Also, we speak regularly to a lot of you now. We've got nearly 2,000 subscribers, which we are very grateful for. We didn't realise it'd be this quick for us to get that many subscribers.
Yeah.
But we also want to get to know you, so please do comment down below where you're from in the world. Because it'd be nice when we are travelling to places, there could be a few people that we speak to that are actually from Croatia and in Croatia. So it'd be good to connect before we come out to the country where you reside.
Yes.
Let us know.
He's asleep.
He's finally asleep, so we're just going to walk past the loudest musical instrument you could possibly imagine. Because we're very responsible parents. Did we pass the test? Is he still asleep? So my love.
Yes.
What do you think of Croatia?
Croatia is much better than I expected. It's up there with Italy, and I love Italy. Yeah. Now we've been to 5 or 6 places, I think I can safely say I wasn't keen on Zagreb in comparison, but it was also very cold there at the time. So that probably added to it. It wasn't
very cold, it was like 21, 22.
It was free. I could have had a snow jacket on. It just feels more laid back. Really looking forward to go down to the south. I feel like it's going to be this and more. So far, Ravine. So far, Ravine, #1.
Also, guys, we really do need your help with the subscriber count. We get an amazing number of views each video we put out, but over 90% of our viewers are not subscribed. So if you can just check to see if you're subscribed, because what will happen is you'll get our videos in your recommended on the homepage, but it doesn't necessarily mean you are subscribed to our channel. So we'd greatly appreciate it if you could subscribe. It really does help out our channel. Thank you very much. Did you have a nice nap?
So we are off to the sea organ and the greetings of the sun.
We need to find it first. I think it's at the end here somewhere. The sun's setting over here, so it must be this way.
And if you're wondering what it is, me too. Lawrence has told me all about it without telling me anything about it. So let's go and find it. Zadar is known for its sunsets apparently, so we're just heading down the promenade, trying to find a nice spot.
Ooh.
Hopefully to get something to eat. Oh, there we go. Yes, this is what we're looking at right now.
We'll let you know if it's any good.
So let's go and eat. So if you can hear that sound, that is, what is it called? The sea organ. So do you want to explain what it is?
So the waves push the air underneath and up through the pipes, and it creates that whistling organ sound. So the architect built these pipes and this sea organ, so the waves push the air under the promenade and up through the holes and make this sound, which is really, really peaceful. The same architect actually built this solar powered circle on the floor. When the sun goes down, it lights up, and then the lights are in time with the sea organ. So I don't know how this is going to work, but we're going to get it on camera for you. I'm not sure what the quality is going to be like because this camera, ZV-1, Sony ZV-1, doesn't like shooting in the dark, but we'll do our best for you.